Raptors, man. What an electrifying game we just watched. And this is why I love Raptors basketball. We just have heart, man. We have heart. Oh my goodness. Siakam, game ball goes to that guy. 37-point triple double. He was everywhere. He was keeping us in the game in the first quarter when we went down 2 to like 12. And then he just, throughout the game, he was just diming everyone. We had no Fred and no OG. It did not matter because we have Siakam. We have Pascal Siakam. We just had everyone. Literally everyone was contributing. Everyone that got minutes contributed. And I love to see that. I just love to see. This was the most complete game we've had in a while. And the Philadelphia 76ers, it seemed like they could not miss from three. This is the first time the Raptors ever won. They almost made 23s. And the Sixers aren't even a good three-point shooting team. And they almost made 23s. And we still came out with the win. We still came up with the win. That shows a resilience. We bend, but we don't break. We bend, but we don't break. Scottie Barnes, I'm going to be honest, as the primary defender on James Harden, did a great job. James Harden ended the game with what? He went 3 for 13? He went 3 for 12 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3. He got to the free throw line for sure, but he was very passive this game. He had 15 assists, so that shows you what his game was and the game was like for him. And then Danny Green. Like, this is probably his best game in like 10 years. Like, he played like Danny Green from San Antonio Spurs. He couldn't miss. The man hit like some fading away corner 3 shot. Like, bro, I was watching this game. I was like, it's like it was scripted. It was like it was scripted. Tobias Harris, Thaddeus Young, and everybody that came in did a good job on him. He wasn't getting any open daylight. He wasn't getting any open shots. And then Joel Embiid. So, some parts of this game, he looked unstoppable. I can't even lie. Some parts of the game, he looked unstoppable. When he was hitting those mid ranges and it didn't matter the contest, just jab, he was making them. But like, because he's so good, it makes me so mad that he flops so much. Like, some of the flops were just unbearable. I was watching this game, I was like, he's 7 foot. He's behaving like he's me out there. I'm a weak 6 foot. And he's just flopping everywhere. Like, he's 7 foot, like 260. I don't know why he's always flopping. 12 free throws. It's kind of crazy for him. And some of them weren't even fouls, honestly. He's just flopping. Like, at the end of the game, that 3-point foul on Achiuwa, it shouldn't have counted. It really shouldn't have. It should not have. And they were making so many threes. And they don't even play like this. That's what's crazy. James Harden had an off night, but they don't play like this. They don't make this many threes. So for them to make this many threes and we still win, and Tyrese Maxey was crazy for them. That guy in that fourth quarter, he was not missing. And he didn't miss it from 3 too. But the Toronto Raptors, we showed a resilience. Gary Trent Jr. He picked it up in that second half. He really did. We needed those threes that he gave us, and he delivered. 5 for 8. This is one of his best games in a while, in probably like 2 weeks, because he's been very inconsistent. But this was a big game for him to show up. Of course, we already know Scottie Barnes. He does all the dirty work. He had that big dunk in that fourth quarter where that really changed the mood. And then Precious Achiuwa, man, he was cash. Honestly, like, I don't know what was better, seeing how confident he was shooting. He shot a pull-up jumper. Shot a pull-up 3 in transition. Do you know what? I was so hyped because who is this Precious Achiuwa think he is? But he's confident. But he also gave us 5 turnovers, and those turnovers were horrible turnovers. But you give and you take, because he's still a work in progress. But he was pulling over. He was shooting the 3 like confidently. And this is the first time I've ever seen him shoot. He shot like 7 threes today. He shot 7 threes, made 5. Confident in every shot he took. Just a great thing to see. And he did a decent job on Joel Embiid, as good as he could. Ken Birch, he came in. I don't know. That guy his minutes just vanished. Because he forget that he was playing. He doesn't play fourth quarter minutes. And he's just not aggressive enough. And the way we play defense, he kind of isn't needed anymore. I'm gonna be honest. This 6'8" lineup is just showing problems because we have such great switchability. And Kim Birch, he's not as agile as Precious Achiuwa. I don't think he's as laterally quick, like from the house side, as Chris Boucher is. And Chris Boucher, man, he had a great game. Of course, he got injured, so Part of his minutes was diminished, but he made that big three from the corner. He was attacking the paint. He was providing great help side, and he had 3 blocks, and he had that big charge. He had that big charge on James Harden. That was a big momentum shift. Honestly, that was a big momentum shift, and you felt it after that charge. I was like, that's what Kyle Lowry does. That's that residue. That's that championship residue. Like, I've never been this happy at a win in a long time, because this shows that in the playoff series we can beat these guys. We can beat these guys. Thaddeus Young, we missed a lot of bunnies in that first quarter, but Thaddeus Young, he was a Swiss Army knife today. 3 steals, 5 rebounds, 6 points. I mean, he did not make any of his threes. 1 for 5. I mean, he made 1 for 3, 1 for 5. He was not efficient today, but you felt his presence. Defensively, he was getting all the loose balls. He was just everywhere. He was everywhere. Thaddeus Young, he had 5 fouls. A lot of them were on Joel Embiid. So there's what can you do? But he was just great, man. Like this whole game was just great to watch. A lot of ups and downs. We were up by 10 that fourth quarter, and after they came back, hitting threes with Tyrese Maxey in that fourth quarter boot. We bend, but we don't break. Siakam, man. I just want to take a minute to talk about Siakam. This is probably the best I've ever seen him play. The calmness he's taking. He's not forcing any threes. Like, he's not forcing threes. He's just polished. He has that floater down packed. He really does. He has that floater down packed. His vision is getting better. He's not turning the ball over as much. In clutch situations, he knows he has a go-to move now. He has a little when he's driving, he'll like go to the left and use his right elbow as a little nudge, and he just gets the ball in his right hand and he gets that floater down. He always has the patent spin layup. Like, he's just a complete player now. 37-point triple-double. I've never seen a Raptor player do that. I might be boosting. I might be being over dramatic, but this is just a great game. Great all-around game. And then we have Malachi Flynn. He had some good minutes as a backup point guard, because without Fred, he had that and 1 3-pointer. Would have liked to see him be more aggressive, but you have to pick your shots when you're someone that barely gets minutes. And he gave us good minutes, and he was doing a good job on James Harden on the defensive end. And that's something that we can count on Malachi Flynn, because he's laterally quick. A great game, both teams. Can't wait to see him in the playoffs, because this is going to be the matchup. And if Matisse Thybulle doesn't have the required, even Matt Devlin said that in the broadcast. That's even better, because I feel like Matisse Thybulle will be a very big deterrent for Pascal Siakam. So it makes it even better for us. Like the video, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and peace.